in the spiritual realm, manifesting very fast because we don't have the veil between the worlds anymore, right? So there's less time for it to manifest. It doesn't have to go through the dense 4D reality. So we're going to do a little snapshot here. The Divine Feminine's waiting. Don't walk into a spider web. Thinking, is this Divine Masculine? When I wrote the heading, I channel it first. So now I'm teasing it out. So this is how we do the readings of the Holy Spirit. I have Kuan Yin here as well. So there's a message for this is the cleansed version, if you like. The purified version of the Divine Feminine energy. This one here. So this is being anchored into the grid. Excuse me. And because this energy, right, this is what we're looking at, is being anchored into the grid without distortion, the distorted feminine cocktail, if you like, is being revealed, right? So there's a Divine Masculine here. All I could see was somebody trying to pull the spider web off, you know what I mean? And in that time, you're terrified of where the spider is. And I thought, wow, we were just talking about Kali and the Black Widow. So this is a distorted feminine energy that has woven a web for this masculine to be trapped in, like a fly in the cobweb. So we also have the Love Oracle, right? So we're going to do a little snapshot there, and we're going to have a look at exactly what's going on here. Because this is an optical illusion, is what I'm hearing. We're just going to affirm for us all now that we are connected to the infinite wisdom within ourselves. And we have now awakened fully to our spiritual insights and spiritual power. Right, so there's an emission and a lot of the clairaudience, right, which your ear chakras are here above your eyebrows. They're spinning wheels of light. Chakra means wheel of light in Sanskrit. They're maroon in color, and they need to be cleared for you to receive your auditory downloads for clairaudience. Otherwise, you will just walk into the web, right? So as you walk into this web, Divine Masculine, you are helping release it from the matrix, is what I'm hearing. And you have to know that just like you're more powerful than a 5G tower, you're more powerful than Kali's web. So this is a recognition of self in that moment. Oh my God. Stuck in the web, right? So this is woven by the dark magicians, if you like. This is happening on a macro level and a micro level. So as soon as you get it on the micro level in your own existence, in your own reality, then you know the impact, right, on a single cell. So you will know the impact. It changes the impact, right, of it on a global or collective consciousness. So this is going into consciousness now. We're going into your consciousness. This is where you bring up, like Kali, the fear of Kali, or the imprint is within you. So it's within you from childhood, seeing it played out as a caregiver, mother, father, sister, aunt, teacher. And then that now seems like home. And you see it played out over here in the web. You're going to walk into the web and it's not going to feel like home anymore. And this is the catalyst for the demonstration of awakening. So we can thank Kali for spinning the web, because it gets you to see. It's like David and Goliath, you know. Here. David's like this big and Goliath's a giant, so we know they were real. And they're going to resurface, but we know. So how would a little man like this, right, over-empower a giant? It's outside of the box. You've got to think outside of the square. Right? This is going to wake you up, Divine Masculine. Look. This is about a recognition of self. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the frig am I doing in the spider web? How did I even get here? Because I rejected my heart. It's a wake-up call. So let's have a look. These are the mini Rider-Waite. We also have Kuan Yin here, for this is the divine feminine energy that is drawing this to a close. This energy here is what is making this occur, is showing you the light. So sometimes you've got to actually, you know, feel the spider web. We're just having a little read here on where the Black Widow is and how you get out of the web. Yes? So we call on the Holy Spirit, and we do have, let me just tell you about Lady Nada and Lord Sananda. Is Jesus and Magda. Right, so there's different dimensions, there's different realms, and they have different roles. So the role that Lord Sananda has is the child of the Creator for the salvation of humanity. It's Jesus. Right, but in this realm, he doesn't need to save them. So he's not Jesus, he's Lord Sananda. Yes? But he's the one. He's the only one who can save you. Kuan Yin can't save you. He found that out the hard way. Snapshot here for Divine Masculine walking into this web. So before I came on, I heard also the web, walking into the web of lies. Right, so this could be a breaking of the illusion. You know, you see the delusion, then it's a breaking of the illusion, and then you go into reality. And that's like, oh, that's like the tower. It's like, oh my gosh, this is where I'm at in my life. Right, everything around me mirrors back to me, the old paradigm. It's like looking at your life going, my own love isn't here. There's no love here, is what I'm hearing. But you don't know that till you fall into the web, right? So look, Queen of Pentacles is underneath, and the Three of Cups. Huh? Sorry, I'm getting a download. This is the, I think, anyway, I ask questions. Whoa. Oh, is that the Black Widow? Hang on a minute, let me have a look. No, there she is. So you're like a Houdini. This is the Houdini thing. Look, the trap. It's meant to get you. This is in the mind. This is a mind web of illusion and lies and deceit. Bam, you break through like that. It's the hand of God. But it gives you this jolt of ignition. Like I'm a Maserati. Oh, that's her. Yeah, you're going to walk away. No matter how much money. Oh, you're going to walk away. Because your passion matters, happiness matters, love matters. So this is about looking at, this is a jolt of looking at your whole lifestyle. It's like you're doing a whole life review in this web. Right? So we're looking here about, this is in the 5th dimension, receiving your memory codes of your Divine Feminine union. Here, your union with Divine Feminine. The alchemical process. You know, like refined gold. Doesn't have bits of coal in it. So the coal has to leave, right? That's the coal. Excuse me, Lucifer, you're wrecking my shine. You have to go now. So I can't command you out. Look at that. There's a healing here. The angel's coming to your rescue, look. You've got angels around you, Divine Masculine. Who would have thought? Something you don't even believe in is going to be more real to you than this illusion. Sorry, I'm channeling. Sorry, that's why I stopped. Because this is a brand new start that you have to take elsewhere. This is a gateway that's opened, a portal. Right? The divine is here. So anything that will not align with this portal has to smash down. And sometimes that looks like you're walking into a web. But, you know, you have to see all the lies at once sort of thing. It's like all the lies in front of you at once. You go, bam. I'm not even in my own friggin' life. Right? I've got to get out. I've got to get out. This is impatience. This is like, I've got to get out of here. Good, good, that's good. So then you're Houdini, right? And this was upside down. So you're out. Houdini got out. Of the magician's spell. This is a spell. Oh, to keep you trapped. Like isolated, like soul sacrifice. Ooh. So this is a point, right, of time where I have to say it. This is what I'm getting. And I would never want to say that before, but what I've been through, I get it. Some people won't make it, right? Some divine masculines aren't going to get out of the web. I used to think everything's positive, and it's like, but our perception's different, right? We think differently to what God thinks, because my thoughts are not your thoughts. You're like, no? He's like, no. I'm like, that's a good thing, actually. You know, that's good. There's a divine plan here, look, that's coming in from above, which is sorting this out. This is above, as above, so below. This is an epiphany. You're seeing it. You're seeing something. There's evidence here. So you're seeing the web, which is evidence of spell work or carnage. That carnage. There's 3 people involved that were working against you with Kali to weave the web. Right, so there's the web. And this is the spinning of it. But this is you. You're Houdini, divine masculine. You get out of the web. And it's the best thing ever. Right? Because it jolts you into something. You know those times in life? Right? You see, it's not like a tower where it's going to look so bad. But then it's in that moment where all the lies surface that you see the gold. This is where you see the portal open. Look. This is clarity, and this is also the ignition, right? The spark, the inspired action. Bam, bam, in the same second. It's like an upload, download, and it's like changes your life. And we're in this energy. So then what happens in your 3D reality, you're like, why am I giving to people that care less about me? It's because I was caring less about me. I'm going to care more about me. So I'm going to say no to anything that doesn't serve me. Right? This is divine masculine, awakening on a collective level of consciousness. Because of the web woven by Kali. Right? The magician. And I heard, just before I came on for this, right, I heard, so this is a Holy Spirit revelation, but there was a video, 30 seconds, and it ended abruptly. You know when they end abruptly? And it said, but Lucifer was said to be the most beautiful. And then it ended as like, the most beautiful what? You know. And then I just sat with it. I was like, yeah, Lucifer's beautiful. So I've had people, you know, in readings, and they go, no, sometimes it's all very pleasant and lovely. I'm like, yeah, because Lucifer looks really good. We forget that. That's the facade, the delusion, the illusion. Lucifer's not going to come out and tell you. So there's a false light, remember, but beautiful. That's what the divine feminine distorted energy was. It's like evil underneath, but distorted, beautiful, appearance as beautiful, right? So this is about distorted beauty. And in this moment you realize what beauty is and what love is. You've been closing your heart off to love. And that's why you juggle in your mind. Should I do this? Should I do that? What if this happens? What if that happens? Is this good? or bad? Is this right? Is this wrong? That's our programming. Right? So when you're doing that, you can't hear your heart. So you have to silence that and listen to your heart and think, where am I going to put my own love? Ah, where am I going to invest? Come harvest time, what do I want to look at? I want to look at my surroundings and see my own love reflected back at me, not a friggin' spider's web with a black widow spider coming to eat me. Okay, okay. Right, so I want this is ignition of passion, moving of house. If you're Divine Feminine watching this, this could be a Divine Masculine getting on a plane and moving to your location, traveling to you. Could be plane, then train. Planes, trains and automobiles. There's travel involved here. So this is a long, long distance connections, internet connections. You know what I mean. This is the Ten of Pentacles. This was your order, right? So Divine Masculine was like, well, I only got half my order because I didn't get love with it. So he's walking away. This comes down to my life force, my energy field, my happiness, my experience, my reality is now more important than money and some witch. You know, like how it's distorted in reality. In reality, this woman needs this man for this. But he thinks that he needs her for stability. It's just distorted. And this is the breakthrough. Maybe we have to break down before we have a breakthrough. And here it is again, right? This is it. So that was the story. Right? Maybe that's why your Divine Masculine rejected you in the past. Rejected his own self, his own heart. In rejecting his Divine Feminine, he's rejected his own heart. And this is the realization in the web. Right? Sorry, he's talking to me. Hello, hello. What? So this is practical, a practical start, not in the clouds. And this is the passion and action and ignition. You know, you can sit there all day and think about things and that, but you've got to get the inspired action. And this guy's got clarity, and there's a plan. So this would be like the mental body is always the slowest to catch up. Yeah? So the heart feels things. In this particular Divine Masculine, the heart wasn't open. When you get the vibration of love, everything changes, everything's different. There's a new perspective, it's new energy, it's vitality, it's possibility. It's I don't care about the boundaries. It doesn't matter. So if you're having a reading on whether he's going to do this or he's going to do that, like God's just showing him, don't go that way. Sorry. Wrong way, bridge is out. Go this way. Don't reject your own heart. So this is a dawning moment in time for this masculine. And if that ripples through the collective, because you know how we awaken in waves. This is the conclusive wave. So this conclusive wave is coming here while another wave has already gone and regurgitating back, so to speak. Re-cleansing. Right, so there's been the second wave has come through and it's coming back as the Divine Masculine is rising. So he's clearing that and stabilizing that as well. So they call it a mission, because you're multi-dimensional spiritual beings. So you have a multi-dimensional spiritual mission. Spells broken. Spells broken. We need a spell breaking dance. Thank you, Father. Thank you, holy angels. This is Divine Masculine now. Ta-da! This is David after he gets a stone, right? And he pulls it back and he hits the giant in the head with a stone because he's good with the slingshot and he's been practicing with the big bears and the lions. And David goes, I've got the power of the Lord with me. No lion can touch me. So he had practiced. This is what's telling me, Divine Masculine, you've practiced building up to this moment with your fear level. Right, of, oh, I can't do that, oh, I can't do this, and sort of basing it on your familial beliefs. And now you're with the highest angelic realm. You busted through a fear. So we God bless you, Kali. And we release that distorted feminine energy that you were carrying around. A lot of Divine Masculines will not be able to do this. I'm hearing again. Ugh. Because some Divine Masculines were in the web going, oh, look, you wove a web for me. Can you teach me how to weave one? And started weaving webs for other people, including their Divine Feminine. Can you honestly believe that? That's when they do the spell work. And then they become karmic, which is already meant to happen. So whatever perspective you have at any particular time is for your highest good. Right? So we're calling it like that could be the twin flame who went the karmic route. Right? So I ask God, can you then bring a karmic that would actually step forward? Because you never know who's going to do it. There's just a certain amount who are going to do it. And he said, I can graft the Gentiles in. So you have to read the book to understand that. But that was my answer. And I was like, okay, so that's a yes. It's not as easy as you think. And you do have to read about it. But this is an order from the universe. This is celestial and planetary and universal. Wow. It's like a lightning strike. But it wouldn't happen unless you were in the web. You know what I mean? So Kali's dead. I think that's Kali. Kali's dead. We renounce Satan and all the evil spirits and all their works. And we give you our entire selves, Lord Jesus. You've got to tell the enemy who you're with, right? You've got to let them know that you're not there. You're not there. So when people don't know spiritual laws or spiritual warfare or aren't with the Holy Spirit, right? So some masculines don't find the way. And this is the cutoff point. This is the timing. But you'd already know that if you were Divine Feminine and you thought that this was your twin, like they're not here, they're not here. This is aborted mission. So your focus needs to be elsewhere as well. And this happens in the collective, so it's a wave. As soon as Divine Masculine gets that epiphany, Divine Feminine will receive it as well. And there's an illumined alignment in the twin flame collective. So there's an energy here, a fearlessness. Right, like David and Goliath keep showing me. Got to read it again. Right, but David didn't have fear. He didn't know. He didn't care. He just got a little rock and a slingshot. One shot. Right, with the giants, you have to cut their head off. That's why you had to knock him out first, eh? So well done, Divine Masculines, that have done that. Because this is a definite trifurcation split of consciousness. And there was a choice made, right? There was solstice, December 21, 2021. That was when the polarization distinction was established here in 3D Earth. So that now is playing out. The choices made back then is playing out. There was a choice of service to self or service to others' faction. And in your behaviors and demonstrations, right, and what you seek and how much pride is involved determined where you are now. So there's free will choice. Wow. I thought, God could override all that. And he said it's all already, the ending was already written before I wrote the beginning. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to say. Okay, I'll think about that for a minute. So when you hear Selah, S-E-L-A-H, it means think about that for a second. So you go, leave that one with me, Father. Yeah? And then you have to sit with it. So Divine Masculine, he's sitting with it. He's sitting in it. Just going to get a message here of what the distorted cocktail was. Because whatever that was, which is I'm seeing lies, deceit, betrayal, the illusion of beauty. Right? It's like looking really good. Stink. See, the Yin Empress is on the rise. The Yin Empress, fancy that. That is what was activated on the solstice. I did a reading on it. I remember it distinctly. On that solstice, December 21. So look at the date, 21/12/2021. Right? That was the unlocking of the polarization of the free will to either service to self or service to others. So in your actions and behaviors, you chose pride, ego, self, narcissism, attitudes and behaviors, or you chose to be here to serve mankind as God's child and the devil's master. So those ones who had it in the devil's master, right, this is why you're realizing, because you got out of the web. So you're the master. As soon as it's seen, as soon as that epiphany, right, so it's like it's like sensor lights. Sleeping Sister Willow. Sleeping Sister Willow. Sleeping Sister Willow. These are just other energies. Veil of shadows. See, all that illusion. And then you get into reality, it's like that. It's like, far out. I'm surrounded by snakes everywhere. This happened to me. I was like, I work with narcs, right? In my family, I had a sibling, a narc. Neighbours, narcs. I'm like, I remember sitting there going, oh no. I have to just change this up a bit. Whoa. You know, like your whole life has to change. Look what you got, Divine Masculine, the Teo. I don't even know what that means, do you? It's definitely to do with Oriental. Could be to do with, I just heard respect, dignitaries, and royalty. Just going to get a quick download, see if I get anything. And then we'll do a love snapshot reading, right? Because once Divine Masculine comes out of this cave moment, right, this spider web, and seeing that Kali's real. Yeah, seeing Kali is real. So the Yin Empress brings peace, prosperity, and success. That's Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine, the Teo is always flowing, always nourishing life. I have to read it. It's all just funny writing. Into creation, always presenting step by step solutions, and always reminding us that there are perfections in the moments. You are being guided to relax and allow life at flow. No more stagnation. No more being told what to do. Right? You're a systems buster. This is breaking the paradigm of thought of ancestors I'm getting. Let me just have a quick look. A prayer to the Teo. Ooh. Guide me, restore me. I trust you completely. Your wisdom, love, and joy lights my pitch. My path, right? And the way becomes easy for me. Om Padi. Om Padmaham. Om Padmaham. You're being guided, Divine Masculine, out of there. To restore. It's a time for you to trust and surrender completely. Because now you know what it doesn't resonate with you. You know what you've chosen. You've chosen light. So there's wisdom, love, and joy that's lighting your path. That's the realization. There's no love, there's no joy here. I'm just giving to no one, to nothing, just feeding. Do you know what I mean? Narcissistic supply. Your way now becomes easy. Isn't that beautiful? That's the flow. Shall we do one more? No, Bella, get on with the reading. Reveal the peacock beauty. So he's going to strut his stuff, right? You know, the peacock, the male peacock is the one with the fan. The infinity symbol here, look. On the lyre. And there's a lyre, is that a bird? The harp. Reveal the peacock beauty. So there's a yeah, this is of a royal lineage. I don't know where they are. Where are they? Listen to me. They're in the Orient. Oriental. I keep getting peacock. Oriental. And so this is a symbol. I was going to say for a tribe. Do you know what I mean? But it's for like a community of peoples that has, this is the initiation for Divine Masculine. Here. Now he goes into like the mating dance, the peacock mating dance. Oh dear. Anyway, what's happening here is the Empress, Yin Empress is ready, right? She's ready. So there's something that was stagnant, now it's broken. It's like the flow has begun. The energy started to flow from the universal life force. Flow. That's what I'm hearing. So it's like strut your stuff. Because now you don't care. You're like, I was worried about what these people were thinking about me. And all they wanted was thinking about themselves. So now there's this interface that Divine Masculine has taken into his being while being in the web of the lies, is that I'm going to be a little bit more like you. Because you've just shown me, right, selfishness at its ugliest. Which is why I'm trying not to do that at all. But now I'm going to actually inhabit that quality, because I'm a child of God. So let me just anchor that down as my reality in its purest form. And I thank you for being of the dark. It's like we have to have it. Duality must exist. So we're just learning, this is a Divine Masculine learning, that the equal opposite of light and dark and duality exists. But it's an inverted version, right? Distorted back to you. And he's actually collapsed it. Can you imagine 144,000? Divine Masculine's just collapsing that whole lie, that whole web, just disappears. I'm just seeing it disappear and melt into nothingness. And I cannot see the Black Widow. So let's just establish that as our reality as we go into the love flame angels. And we're looking at for the Divine Masculine, because he's going to feel so good. Right? There's a feeling of like the peacock, right? Doing the mating dance. Have you ever seen that? I used to work at the Taronga Zoo here in Sydney, and I used to follow them around. And so, could I have a feather to dye? Then I'd ask all the zookeepers, if you find feathers over here, peacock feathers? I'd go and ask them, did you find any peacock feathers today? So I got a few peacock feathers, and I made my dress. I made a peacock dress. That's why that's funny to me, right? So I made a peacock dress for my 4-unit art major work with no sewing. I did 3-unit textiles and design. I hardly ever did any sewing. You can cut things out and wrap them around, you know? Anyway. Get ready for the mating dance, Yin Empress. Got the Yin Empress and the peacock. Hello. And there is an energy, right? When this activates, when the Divine Masculine energy activates, it's like a... Am I really going to say that, fella? I don't think so. He's like, you have to not care what anybody thinks. Oh. So it's a scent. You know, like the scent of a woman. This is like the scent of a man. And maybe you can smell it, maybe you can't. That's not the point. It's like a spiritual scent. You know, like the flower sends out to the butterfly. How does the bee, the butterfly and the dragonfly all know at what time it is perfect to go there? Because the flower doesn't move. You go, well, this bee just had to get out of the web, turn into a peacock. Right? So this is about pride, right? All that pride and arrogance, right, used distortedly, right? For instance, using, like, it plays out in other ways. I can just see. So say even in cheating, or it's like resenting somebody and then getting them back behind their back. They don't know, but you feel better. It's like that. That's distorted. And this is what this divine masculine's seeing. It's like, why don't I just not do that? Because it's not working for me. I'm feeling resentful towards this person. And that's how the evil works against you. Whatever you send out comes back to you. Right? So then it's not happiness. And then you're out of alignment with God's will for your life. So I said scent of a man. And the flame. Let's do the next 24 hours for this divine masculine who has escaped. No. Yeah, Houdini escaped. And had victory over the distorted feminine Kali energy of being blocked, being stuck, being like trapped, like in a box. Because the opposite is happening, the peacock beauty, the flow, the dance, the mating dance. Right? Creation goes on. I'm going to say to myself, I'm just going to have I was going to say big, deep breath. We ask for only the highest vibrations of light, only the highest vibrations of light, only the highest vibrations of light. Right? So I have to say no. Can't say no. It's what we've got to learn as a collective. Like it's just no all the time. Just no. So if you say no and it's meant to be yes, all your clairs will kick in and go, in 30 seconds, wouldn't even take you 30 seconds. If something's a wonderful opportunity for you and you're not in a distorted feminine energy, right? You've cleared that and you're standing in your knowingness and in your heart space. Something comes in as an offer for you. It is for your highest good and you say no to it. You're going to know it's not a lie. That's like doesn't... So you can say yes then, right? But if you say yes, then you've got this disgusting feeling. If you don't want to do it. If you want to say no, then you have to say no. And most people sit there like, oh, I don't know what to say. You know, like, I don't want to go to school today, so what am I going to say? I just got right over that. Because you waste time in that energy. So it's like indecision is out. You put a no on it and you'll know whether it's a yes within 30 seconds and you can change your mind. So here is a gift of the ability to change your mind, which in our society, in the way that some of us were brought up, was not allowed. You make the decision, you stick by it. So you're like, oh, if I make a decision, I've got to stick by it. So what should I do? Right? You're out of alignment. You've just wasted 2 minutes. You're worried about a decision, you're indecision. You know those people that do pros and cons lists and they're the same? It's like you just wasted all that time. It's a no. Because it's not the right time or it's not the right circumstance or it's not the right person or situation. But that part's none of your business. You go, oh, I'll find that out later. Right now, this is a no. And then we have the ability to change our mind. So it could go like this. You go, you know what? I don't ever want to see you again. Yes, I do. Just a bad example, I know. But to do that in reality, do you look strange? Yeah, you look a bit cuckoo. Bam! There's your confirmation that that's how it's meant to be. So we're allowed to change our mind. We're allowed to say no. And this is a divine masculine saying no to things. Right? That would just be shocking to the belief system of the community, of the family, of the mother. This is timing. It's the time. This is all set up. Right? Are you ready for the dance, Divine Feminine? We might have a little bit of a fire ready for the dance, right? Because he said no. This is time. We're talking about these Divine Masculines that have said no. Some are still in there going, wow, I'd love to be able to catch somebody in a web like that. This one over here who I'm jealous of or whatever. Can you teach me, Carly, how to do that web, and have stayed there? But they made this conscious decision back in 2021. Right, so transformation is occurring. This is a definite split and rising. And this creates the power. Look at that as a collective energy for the Divine Masculine. The sacral energy, the passion igniting, transformation has occurred deep within his being. Right? So just know that everything's going to look different. Because when you say no to that, you go, what else is there? Like, you've got to know that this is about being comfortable in the nothingness. Being comfortable in that, because nature abhors a vacuum. And if you create the space, lots of things will try to come in. It's just whether it's a match for your new beginning, your power. Like of what works for you. So this is out of, is this good, is this bad, is this right, is this wrong, what if this happens, what if that happens? Should I do this, should I do that? This is completely out of that. Right? And this is just like, if it works for me, I'll do it. If it doesn't work for me, it's a no. And how am I going to know that? I just say no, no, no. And if it's meant for me, I'll feel it. And I'll change my mind in that instance. So there's no fear of missing out. And as soon as you practice that or allow yourself, right, the gift to do that, it will actually, you'll be able to do that at the same time. Upload, download. It will get faster. So you'll go to say no and it'll be a yes if it's meant to be. Does that make sense? It gets fast. But there's been no allowing for people to say no. Like, people can't say it. The best way to say it, I learnt, I'll share it with you, is to say no, but if I change my mind, I'll let you know and then give a deadline. This worked particularly well for me in a work situation where I was asked to do extra work and extra shifts. And I'd always go, okay, and then I'd be cranky going, I don't want to go there, I don't want to do that, I missed out on a party for that, and then I get in there going, hi. They're like, what's up, Bella's bum tonight? Nothing. You know what I mean? And it bites you on the bum, so to speak, backfires on you. So this is also a lesson that you've learnt. Like, I'm just not going to go in that energy. It's what energy are you bringing to any circumstance, and then that comes back to you. So I thought, wow, I set myself up. I can't blame them. I have to take responsibility. I was bringing that. That's what I learned in Reiki. What are you bringing to it? So the next time they asked me, I was like, no, I can't. But if I change my mind, I'll let you know by, I said midnight, because we're working late nights. And my boss at the time, he was like, thank you so much, Bella. I really appreciate you. I thank you so much. And I was like, that's the reaction I got, was as if I'd said yes. That blew my mind. It blew my mind. So now I'm free. I don't have to ring. If I don't change my mind, you know, I gave myself a few hours, but you'd know within 30 seconds. But I thought if I got home and thought, yeah, or anything changed, then I can go back and I'm giving good news. Hey, yeah, I can make it. Otherwise I'm out. Does that make sense? Saves a lot of energy, a lot of time, because the devil's here to wear us out, wear us down. And this is what Divine Masculine's been doing. Right, seeing himself reflected back in that, just what I was saying. And that has created, right, the clarity. And like, it's no longer out there, it's within me. And I can change that. This is the magician energy. This is the heart chakra opening. So now we have the sacral, the power center, and the heart. This is perfect. Energetically, this is the union. There's infinity, energetic infinity, gossamer, photonic light, polymer strands. Connecting these chakras between illumined light beings. So that's not normal. That's not logical. Right? That's not like everybody's talking about it. No one's talking about that. So how can you trust in something you don't even know what you're talking about? This is a soul recognition, that's why. This is a spiritual blueprint being anchored. So if you have a personality problem, like most of us do, or like I do, of impatience or, worry, this is just about accepting that I'm a part of something much bigger, and I'm going to chill the frig out and just let things fall where they may for a minute. Because this is the heart space, this is the GPS, this is the radar system, this is the union belt, this is the time when it's manifesting in, so you can't have anything there. No, you've got to clear the space. And so, I talk about the analogy of having the Chesterfield couch on order. Beautiful, red one, so nice. And anyhow, it's on order. So you let go of the Vinnie's couch that you had. You create the space in your lounge room, for instance. As soon as that couch leaves, somebody goes, excuse me, now I just need somewhere to put my blah, blah, blah. I only need 24 hours. I'll be back in the morning. You go, no, my Chesterfield's coming tomorrow afternoon. No, but I'll be back before the Chesterfield comes. Right? Now you're in this matrix. And you're like, oh, it's hard to say no. So there's 3 days here, Divine Masculine, you have to say no. This is a test that you are saying no to anything like the same energy coming back. You get tested 3 times and then you're safe. The Chesterfield can come in. So if you're tested here, so if you say yes to that person, then all your stuff's there, they ring, I can't make it, the Chesterfield, you have to cancel, you've got nowhere to put it. And now you've got somebody else's stuff in there, in your lounge room, and not your own Chesterfield because you couldn't say no. That's not going to happen to you again. So it doesn't matter what, you're like, no, no, no. There's 3 no's here. All right. Before dawn. Before your next dawn, you're going to say no because your heart said no. So what's in it for me, basically? Because this is a soul recognition of what you're offering. And this is also caring less about all that, actually following your heart and doing what feels right for the first time ever. This is liberation of your soul. You're going to feel unreal. So it's like David with the giant getting out of the web, and there's a recognition, so it was there for you. It wasn't against you, and you just faced your fear and you're out. So you're like, come on. This is like you've conquered something. And this has opened the heart, because as above, so below. This is a spiritual timing. This is more of a collective spiritual timing. And you have, I just thought like you have like team members, Divine Masculine, and you're not going to believe the integrity that you're going to see demonstrated by other Divine Masculines when you come into that contact with that, because you haven't. You've been like the Divine Masculine around snakes and serpents because you had to wake up to that was a possibility. So well done. And now you're going to be more fierce, no fear, and also the spark of ignition and the opening of the heart. Right, because your Empress here, she's blossoming where she is planted. So she must have a scent. Do you know what I mean? Like signal. We'll call it a signal. So this is the eternal heart in alignment with your thoughts and your actions of what is right for you. And now no one can tell you otherwise. You're not interested in regurgitating people's opinions. You even understand the frequency of watching the black box. Like that was huge for me. The frequency of it. The frequency of the advertising. The frequency of like Netflix. The frequency that you hear it at. So you can be just audible. But I can tell by the frequency, I don't even have to listen to the words. I was somewhere really peaceful and somebody brought that guy on from Melbourne. Anyway, I was like, nah. Normally you do it inside your own head. So if you're listening to something like that, or you're in a public place, Divine Masculine, or if you're at work or in the office, right, you can actually send that signal away by doing that in your head if you can. You go la 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 la, but in your head, like silently. and that tells that signal no. Like you don't want that signal coming in. That's if somebody's talking jibber jabber to you, right? So no, there's no more wasting your time on psycho babble and addictions, right? It's like, I've got to get out of here, right? And also some of you may be seeing the reptilians within people and seeing, right, interdimensionally. So Reiki can help with that. If you are experiencing that and it's worrying you, you can book a session with me at reikibybella.com. I'll be closing my calendar for private sessions for 2023. So please book before then if you are wanting to connect or learn Reiki. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. And comment with your name and location so I can know how you are and we connect here. This is now your soul tribe. And I'm getting channeled messages just for you. So please give if this has helped in any way. Your kind donations and support is really appreciated, as is your love and your light. And I thank you for being here this auspicious time. And let the mating dance begin. For Carly's dead and dissolved, gone back from when she came. I love you. Thanks for watching.